Today is April 2nd, 2022. Let's do our disclaimer, review our calls, and make some predictions for next Monday. I've added one thing to my disclaimer. I would not act on any call you don't understand, whether it comes from me or from someone else. That being said, this is my trading plan for myself on Monday, April the 4th. If you act on it, make certain you understand it, and any trade should be at your own risk, because I can be completely wrong. Look for the pattern with the early low. On Friday we got that. Monday we should have the early high. We said it tends to be a rally day with a high and a fine lower. Well, we got the high and a fine lower. I'm not calling this a rally day because the opening print was never surpassed during the day, which I consider weakness. Now, it could all change at Monday's open, which can substitute for Friday's close. So if you gap up here at the open, it's a bullish day after all. But as far as Friday's close is concerned, I think it's a weak day and should lead to more weakness, assuming we don't gap up smartly. We had a trading plan. We said that there should be a gap up, which there was. And we said if we gapped up smartly, reversed this late decline, that it could be a express train heading north, and my plan was to jump on if that happened. And if it didn't, I had no call. Here's what we said. We said, so it's often a sign of panic selling, and if so, should gap up, reverse the late drop, and rally all day. Well, we gapped up. We certainly didn't reverse the late drop. We didn't come close, and so there really was no prediction. This is my call for the patterns for next week. We didn't come close to reversing this. Now, we had this old target for March 25th, 2022, 45.12.47. That gets crossed off the list. Note support under the target. We have a new target from Friday's pattern, 45.10.66, and unless we gap up smartly, that should print. During the day, we got an ultimate buy signal from MEJT, but it says it's a false move. So how is this weakness, when we were all poised for strength, how has that changed the picture? Well, this is DeMark's TDST line. It provides support. We still haven't gone more than the bar under the line. Still support. These are the lines I showed. I had support here. That hasn't been violated yet, so it's still support. This is our wave count. Certainly you can still count this as 1 and wave 3. It hasn't changed yet. Let's look at this last move up. We had a great wave count with us ready to start wave black 3 up. Gold C was 1.618 times A. Gold C is now 2 times A. So it's the same idea. It's not the only valid count. Doesn't even mean it's the right count. But if it's the right count, we're about to start a wave 3 of multiple degree. And if it's not the right count, it should be pretty obvious on Monday. And you don't have to risk your money until it's clear. Now, if this is pretty unimpressive to me, because with under 10 minutes left to trade on what's normally a bullish day, we were weak. We were down here, even under this opening bar. Now, this usually isn't big money forming a wall into the close. Now, it doesn't always work on a Friday. Sometimes people see this big move on a Friday and they just climb on the train. And so I can't say it's impossible that we gap up Monday. And if we gap up Monday, I'm still poised for a start of wave 3 up of multiple degree. It could certainly happen. I don't know how we're going to open Monday. If we gap up way up here, all this gets reversed. That's a inverted head and shoulders, and up we go. But if that does not happen, this is a weak pattern. This often is met by gapping down, and we have a lower target. So, so this is weak unless reversed by gapping up Monday, and you don't have to mean it sharply. It should be pretty obvious. And you don't have to risk any money on the idea until you see how we open. Monday's pattern has the early high. We could still gap down. There's a lower MEJT target. Unless we gap up smartly, it's favored to print. Friday's normally bullish pattern was weak instead. We never overtook the early high. That's not strength. It's not good. Never overcome during the day. And the wall into the close often is reversed by gapping it down. Doesn't always work on a Friday wall because sometimes people read the newspaper and see we rallied and they go along with it, but it's not big money. You see buying with a band in the last 10 minutes when liquidity's dried up. All this calls for lower prices Monday unless we gap up smartly. And I can't rule that out. If it happens, that's an if, we have an inverted head and shoulders pattern as well as a wave count compatible with a strong advance. I don't like jumping the gun on these things. If it is the start of a wave 3 up of multiple degree, there should be plenty of time to climb on the train as it goes north and probably to new all-time highs. But as of Friday's close, which could change at Monday's open, but as of Friday's close, this is a weak variant of a normally bullish pattern. We have a lower target. These things do print eventually. So right now I'm not too optimistic about Monday, but my opinion changes 180 degrees if we gap up here. And what counts is what happens in regular trading hours. I don't care if we gap up here in futures because we gapped up smartly in futures late Thursday, early Friday, and we just couldn't hold it. What matters is how we open in regular trading hours. So we'll see if that happens, and that's today's call.